as far as the GFF Second Division League is concerned. It's March week 27 at the late Usman Saho football field. Medina United to welcome Serekunda FC, a ground with which these two sides played in the first leg, and Medina were 2 goals to the good. First half goal from Modu Sajo and a second half thumping header from Dominic Boasi were enough to give Medina the resounding 2-0 victory. Today though, it's a game of different class and caliber. GPA against Medina are fighting it to the nail to the top of course, the second division table. GPA currently 6 points ahead of Medina on 56 points. Medina, on the other hand, are following with utter keen interest. A win today will mean reducing the deficit down to 3. And we all know what's up for stake. And a win also for Medina will also mean going 8 points ahead of their closest neighbors in Samga, who drew yesterday with Colistars, equalizing at the death after conceding early on against Umar Colistars. Medina have named just 1 changes to the team that started last week, with Adama Jato coming in place of Umar Baji. Umar Baji, as you may know, is a loanee from today's counterpart in Serekunda FC. That means on goal will be the undisputed number 1 Umar Keita, who is selected in the screening phase of the Gambian Under-20 and trusted the responsibility of locking down Medina's goalpost. The back three consists of Abdullah Conte, Kitabu Gajigo and Lamin Sise, who are doing admirably well as far as closing that goalpost is concerned and shielding in that manner admirably. On the right wing back is the always ever energetic, the ever present Landing Jata, whose marauding runs and teasing crosses are a nightmare to any team. On the left wing back is Hadim Ngom, who scored a betting header after he was playing strike following a first-half substitute. Will also have the responsibility of rolling down the left wing channel. On the DM role is Adama Jata coming in place of Umar Baji. To support him as Mustafa Jaju and Yusufa Chati, who so far has 5 goal contribution to his early Medina days, 2 goals, 3 assists, and an attack is the inform Mohamed Jabi to partner with Modu Sajo. Mohamed Jabi, who is of course in the form of his life, having 2 goals in 2 weeks, and you're signing as well in the second round. Sang, very good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bai. Very good evening from Yundum here. Like you said, this evening is going to be feisty. It's going to be very interesting, and we are looking forward to a very entertaining encounter here between Medina, who are looking to cut the gap between them and GPA, and stretch the gap between them and Samga.
Yeah.
Samga drew yesterday. That's a blessing in disguise. No disrespect, but that is good news for us.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So this is what we want to see here. I think nothing has changed looking at the team, and we just hope that we will get the 3 points by the end of the day.
That is the primary objective, nothing else. Well, Serekunda have started with that started in the first game with which they met Medina. That is Mohamed's second goal, and the whistle is gone as we have Mohamed Jaji wearing that captain. So to the number 12, Usman Yang 4, Edward Mendy 24, Sekou Mane 3, Ensa Sane 20, Sidar Sonko 16, Mohamed M Janko 18, Pa Sodesilla, Wale player, we have the 14, Abla Job 10, and Bilal Jaju 19. Pa Sodesilla and Abla Job are handfuls, and one that had to be watched very well. Sang, there are some interesting names that were started against Medina in the first leg, such as Salim Uberte, if I may be right, Genti Mansali too, beautiful names. Emmanuel Afani is also on the bench. And they have enough firepower if they need be. Silla on the deep left of the field. Well, Serekunda FC are currently on the yellow zone, 15 on the table, 20 points behind Medina on 30 points. Medina are on 50, just 6 behind GPA. And a game of monumental importance. So, netminder Omar Keita to start with Abdullah Conte. Keita sending it long to the deep left of the field where Modu Sajo was. Sajo down to Landin Jata, who tries controlling down to Modu, twisting and turning around the opponent's half. Mustafa Jaju laying it well, but the skipper, who doubles as the left full back in Mohamed Jaju, was there and wins a free kick for the Serekunda FC faithful. Jaju had his netminder Magil alongside. So to the number 18 in Mohammed M. Janko. But Jaju opting to go long. Lamin Sise is there, jumps, heading it out. Ali into the center. As Lamin Sise walks it out again, looking for the run of Mohammed Jabi, who tried to have a touch, but was overpowered there by Sidat Sonko, the number 16. And that will be a Serekunda FC throw. The number 19 in Bilal Jaju was coming down to have the touch. Adam Ajata, who's having his first start in weeks. Sajo brought down by Paso Resilla, the number 14, their playmaker, of course, going all the way down to his centre back in Sekou Mane. Mane looking for Osman Nyang. Nyang getting it back to Mane. Maget Seka calling the netminder. So to Jaju, the centre half, the left-sided centre half. Jaju, experience and a leader as far as the Serekunda FC faithful are concerned. Jaju wants it back and gets it back all the way down to Maget Seka. Seka has Sekou Mane alongside. Mane the number 3. Mane has Nyang, the right fullback. Nyang playing it down to Ablai Job, who touches it down to Nyang, all the way back to Mane. Medina playing patient football at the moment. Behind the ball, the players are Nyang back to Mane. Job coming down for the ball. Ablai Job trying to jing passes, marker in chatting. Rolling it well from Jaju. Mohammed. The ball in the middle still. Mohammed M. Janko. And Lamin Sise will clear his line. Kafalo Jan is back on the third line. And Buggy yelling at the players. As in the past 2 weeks he was going through his CAF B diploma course, coaching course. And of course, a huge congratulations on what he described will add something big in his coaching career. His assistant Usman Cham and Abu Salah had done justice in his time of absence, as they have won 2 games in Suokono and just last week against Uni Global. Mane down to Janko. Janko goes to Mohammed Jaju. Nyang on the right fullback was leading that communication charge all the way along to the dirty number 20 in Ensa Sanyang. But Hadim Gom was there. Mustafa Jaju tried to control all the way down to Hadim Gom, who touches it down well for Abdullah Conte, looking for the run of Mustafa Jaju. But the pass from Conte was a bit heavy. And that's out for a Serekunda FC throw to be taken by Nyang all the way down to Mane. Mane getting it back to the right fullback in Nyang. Nyang was started trading the pass. Mohammed Jabi helping in that defensive cover. And let's back for another Serekunda FC throw. Mane down to Osman Nyang. Serekunda FC having the Lions here pushing at the moment. Medina couldn't care less, as the primary objective here is getting the 3 points. It doesn't matter how. The ball spread on the deep left of the field. Here comes Mohammed M. Janko. Lose that battle down to Adam Ajata. Chatted, trading it well for Mohammed Jabi, who tried to jing passes marker with absolute poise, rolling into the penalty area. But the ball was intercepted there by Mane for wonderful defensive cover for the Serekunda FC faithfuls. Patient football at the moment, son, from the Medina boys.
Yeah, I think that's one of their traits. That's one of their strengths. Sometimes it's good to observe and see what the opponent is trying to do, because if you don't know what they are made of, what their game plan is in any fateful day, you just play and you don't see what they are doing. That's a risk, because you can be just upset at any time. But what they are doing is just keeping the patient, rolling with the ball, trying to balance well, trying to close the space, and when they have their rhythm, I think Serekunda is going to be under pressure very soon.
Medina's gaffer loved him that play like this. He always asked them to sit back, rest so much energy, and attack. But this was the exact same approach when these two sides met in the first leg too. You remember the game? Medina had just one chance, and that was a counter attack. Landing Jata, Modu Sajo, booming to the back of the net, and I was seeing a repeat of that game.
Yeah, I think Serekunda has very, very quick wing backs in Edward Mendy and Faye.
Yeah.
So I think Medina has to be very, very careful because they know when to break and they can move the ball very well. So all we need to do is just be patient, wait for a moment. We have strength and we know when to exploit it. So that's the most important thing, is when to exploit your strength and when to make a move. So that's exactly what the boys are doing. They just have to be patient because we know we can move the ball as well. So we just have to be patient, no rushing.
No rushing, most definitely. Patient is a virtue, most definitely. Adam Ajara closing down that space, and that will be a Serekunda FC throw. So Medina throw to be taken by Landing Jata. Serekunda FC have a man down. There's a center forward in Bilal Jaju, who is receiving some support there from the Fishes. He's okay to continue to take the throw. Is Landing Jata down to Yusufa Chati, who is trying to jink past his marker, going all the way down to Lamin Sise. Sise goes to Kitabo Gajigo, all the way down to Omar Keita. Keita has Abdullah Conte alongside, one of the best ball playing centre half in the league. Keita looking to go long. He does go long all the way to Modu Sadio. Edward Mendy was there, tried to have a touch, and that's a Medina United free kick in favor of Modu Sadio. Modu Sadio looked to be nursing an almighty pain. Edward Mendy came with utter force, and Modu is receiving shot there from the Fishes. Send forward with a wonderful 6-goal contribution so far, or 6 goals rather. As he scored a hat-trick against Ouagadougou 4 weeks ago at the Soma Football Park. He looked to be okay to continue. Modu Sadio. That's a free kick. Behind the ball is Mustafa Jaju. Not the best of tempos for now, as far as the first 10 minutes is concerned. Justifiable though. Serekunda are more of a ball playing team, and Medina are okay to sit back and hit them on the break for now. So Jaju behind that ball. Mohamed Jabi, Abdullah Conte, all in the opponent's penalty area. No Kitabo Gajigo though, no Lamin Sise though, who so far has 3 goals to his name from the centre back position in Lamin Sise. Jaju takes, that's a good one. Abdullah Conte jumps, but he went fractionally too early, and that will be a goal kick for Serekunda FC. As Magel Seka has Mohamed Jaju and Sekou Mane alongside. Maget goes long. Well, London Jata was, that will be a throw for Serekunda FC to be taken by Edward Mendy. Personally, still as a deadly player, but I guess London Jata, very few players can have a party day.
Yeah, when you come up against Landing, I think you will have to be at your best. You cannot be average. You just have to be at your best, and you just have to pray that it's your day. If not, I'm telling you, you're gonna be in his pockets.
Yeah.
So people will really notice that you are on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So maybe right. I saw his name on the Gambia on the screen face. Yes, he is. The Ninjara 2 was last year. Not this time though. Mohamed Jabi whisk it back to Modu Sadio, who would get it back for Mohamed Jabi into the penalty area. Ball back to Modu Sadio. That is offside against Mohamed Jabi. And netminder Magel Seka does well to withhold so many balls. But this is what we were telling you initially. Mohamed Jabi feels that he was onside, but the assistant referee saw something different. That's a warning sign for Serekunda FC.
Yeah, like I told you, the most important thing in football is for a team to have a character, and the character is they know exactly when to go for it. Yeah. They know their moment, they know their time, and we have that strength up front. We have that little power. So you could see the ball was already in the net from one move alone. So it's just about being patient and waiting for that moment and when to exploit your opportunities here.
I like how mature the team is becoming now. In a positive way, you could clearly see Medina drop points in some games was due to lack of patience, due to lack of experience, and so on. But you could clearly see the maturity with which the boys are building on from the past few weeks or so.
Yeah, one contributing factor is that the picture is now clear that they can make it to the fourth division. That's a big motivating factor. So they have nothing to lose now. It's just to get onto the fourth division, and that's all.
Nice play. Oh my God.
Indeed. Getting to the fourth division is a clear objective. Mohamed Jabi could have passed. Modu Sadi was cleared, clean through on goal. Ablai Job. Switching play to Edward Mendy. Pastor Silla coming down for the ball. Landon Jata trying to close him down, sending him all the way back to his territory. Landon Jata, that's Landon Jata for you. Barely get that games. Here comes Osman Young, all the way down, looking for the 20. Hadim Gom was there on a wonderful and a strong defensive cover. Down to Abdullah Conte. Conte threading a pass to Mustafa Jaju. Jaju all the way to Landon Jata, who controls it down. Goes to Lamin Sise. Serekunda are receiving warning signs now. They're enjoying their time on the ball. That was nearly a howler from Kitabu Gajigo. Abdullah Conte too was too complacent there. Yusuf Achari tried touching it down to Mustafa Jaju. Wonderful tackle there by Mohamed M. Janko. Jata. Adama goes long to Modu Sajo. Mohamed Jaju is there and had the touch. Doesn't want to touch it out for a throw, and Medina wins a throw anyway via Modu Sajo, who will leave it for Landon Jata to take. They have so far played 14 minutes. Medina have had the real opponents in for putting the ball in the back of the net, but only for the whistle of the flag of the assistant referee, Ablai Job, who scored around this area of the pitch against Ouagadougou for what was over 50 yards. One of the best goals in the division so far in Job Ablai. That pass from Sidar Chonko was not the best, all the way down to Omar Keita. Sise. Back to Keita. Keita to Abdullah Conte. Keita to Hadim Gom, who touches it down to Kitabu Gajigo. That's another poor pass from Kitabu Gajigo. Here comes the break now from Serekunda FC. Lamin Sisa was flying on that ball and following a good pass from Ensa Sanyang. Kitabu Gajigo is limping, visibly on a pain. You could hear the president, one of their team here, telling them that they are waiting for the mistakes in the attacking third. That's the beauty of Medina. When you play them and want to be on the ball, they just let you on the ball. That's how they won the FF Cup last year.
Yeah, there is having possession, and there is possession making sense.
Yeah.
When you have possession, you have to progress. You have to make dangerous attack. But if you are just circulating the ball in areas that will not disturb the opponent just sits back and allow you to move the ball, you're gonna burn energy. And once you are moving the ball, you see players rotating, and within a split second during the transition, when you lose the ball can end up in your net. When it comes, when you are playing against a team that is very, very good and effective on the transition like Medina, you lose the ball in such areas like this around your own area. I think you're gonna be punished, and I think you saw it on 2 occasions. They were nearly punished. The other one was waved offside. The other one was Jabi, who made a poor decision. He could have just passed the ball to Sajo to just bury it. But definitely, if they want to keep possession, that's fine. There's no crime. But let the possession does not turn into something that can hurt us. It's fine also for us to keep a good shape. We just balance well, have patience, and try to win the ball.
Indeed. Mohamed Jabi is there. Face to face with Mane. Sadio touching it down well for Yusuf Achati. The man of the match in the last game against Uni Global. Had a wonderful game. Jata going to Hadim Gom. Try to control. Gom. Trying to jink passes marker. Does well to Adam Jata. What a pass to Yusuf Achati. Modu Sadio making the run. The pass was absolutely deaf. Sadio control. Oh, that did not find the back of the net. For a moment we thought it was heading in, but it turned otherwise. That's out for a Medina United corner. What a pass from Mr. Fachati.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the last game, he is on another level. Chati is just brilliant. I think his game is getting better and better every time. So you can see the pass. You can see, like I said, we have a very, very little forward. We use the ball very well. You can see the moment we won the ball on the transition, it was already going in the back of the net. And that is a team that knows how to use the ball. A team that moves the ball, you have possession, but the possession does not count for anything. It doesn't make sense in football.
Definitely. Indeed. Abdullah caught the sprinkle better in the goalpost. It worked against Elite United. In his words, water sports a lot of things. And fingers crossed it works this time too. Mustafa Jaju. That's handball against Jaju in favor of Edouard Mendy. Oh, Jankorada. And that's a Serekunda FC free kick. Kitabu Gajigo is down. Wow. That doesn't look okay. Coming in is now. How about going back to a back four shape?
Yeah, it's now coming in. I think, but I think is Lally not there? Oh, Lally is absent. Lally would have been a very, very perfect replacement.
I was thinking like Motlam and Dabo.
Yeah, maybe we could have
the back four shape.
We'll switch back to the back four, but it's okay. It's okay. Now he's experienced. The team will be counting on him. All he needs to do is just to know that Gajigo has been a pillar. Has been a rock at the back since he started, being a regular. He has been that very, very, reliable player at the back. So seeing him go out, I think that will just have to tell the coaches that, okay, you guys did not make a mistake by bringing me here, because I think if not for Chati and others and goal scorers, and I think Gajigo has been one of my best players these past weeks. So he's very, very consistent. But today we can see him struggling.
He was on top.
Yes,
today.
something is definitely wrong. Yeah,
he might have came with this injury before the game.
Yeah, maybe he had an injury that he was managing, but it's like he cannot continue.
Indeed. So to replace him is now to come in place of Kitabo Gajiga. Let that flight. Mane down to Jaju. Jaju to Edouard Mendy. Mendy going all the way back to Mohamed Jaju. Left-sided centre half. Modi hit the frame of the goalpost. Mohamed Jabi found the back of the net, but still goalless.
Goalpost twice, huh?
Yep. With 20 minutes on the clock. 25 minutes of normal time to go in the first period. Apply job. Going all the way to pass Oresilla. That was a good pass. And then Jada coming down to close that space. Pass Oresilla still trying to jump past his mark. And now has his first touch. Down to Yusufa Chati, who does well. Mohamed Jabi running into space. Chati looking for the run of Hadim Gom. Sajo is there at the far post. Hadim Gom was looking for Sajo. Well, I can't telling him he could have hold on to the ball a little longer. Mohamed Jaju. The backline doesn't look to have that so much pace in Serekunda FC. They are more of a a technical ball playing back line than a combative one. Mane. Down to Siddharth Sonko. Sonko back to Mane. Sekou Mane. All the way to Mohamed Jaju. A win for Serekunda FC would mean they'll be a little bit away from the drop zone as they're in the playoff position of relegation. Sonko making run is Bilal Jaju, but he was tracked well by Abdullah Conte. Siddharth Sonko wants it back all the way down to Sekou Mane. Maurice Sadio trying to close that space. Good move and good pass to Mohamed Jaju. Chati coming in, and Mohamed Janko made that good run. Here comes Soresilla down to Ablai Job. Job all the way to Janko. Janko to Sekou Mane. Wow. They're not patient. Sorry. Ablai Job back to Soresilla. That was there. Wins the ball back to Mustafa Jaju. All the way down to Mohamed Jabi. Does well. And Soresilla wins the ball back and wins the free kick for Serekunda FC. Down is pass Soresilla. Mohamed Jaju looking for Osman Nyang. Nyang was making the run. Mohamed Jaju is still scanning. It's a handball against Siddharth Sonko. That is on a penalty situation. A ball. Even the rule says, no matter how, the moment a ball goes through somebody's hand and went into the back of the net, it's clearly a handball. That goal will be ruled out. So that handball rule is more of a penalty situation, not actually anywhere in the field. The hand help him control the ball, so that is most definitely a handball. You got to update yourself on the rule of the game. But those are the few of the supporters, justifiable. All they need is a win, and they don't care how they get it. Mechabe dropping down the 10 roll as Yusuf Achati on the attacking roll for a minute. Okay, that's our positional switches. Job. As well. Adama Jata wins it back. Down to London Jata, who was looking for the run of Mohamed Jabi. Mohamed Jabi heading it back. That was not the best of headers. And Mohamed Jabi was looking. But in the end, Maget Seka came fractionally earlier. Jata. Adama Jata is doing well on the DM role. I thought Umar Baji would be missed. Jata is doing justice. Turning out to be a boring game.
Yeah, I think one team wants to score, wants to be direct, wants to be effective. The other team is just trying to circulate the ball, trying to open the other team. Serekunda is trying to move the ball in order to open Medina, and with the way they are moving the ball, they can't open Medina that way. We've come up against first division teams. They tried that, it did not work. So they have to change. They have to change up their mode of approach, because it's not gonna work. And I don't know how long they're gonna stay on the ball, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes they lose the ball and Medina goes on them, dangerous attack. So I think they have to change the way they approach in this game. If not, they're just gonna disturb themselves.
And they're currently 15 on the table. A win is taking them all the way down to 10. Down to 10.
I think they have to be direct. They have to be direct. They have no choice, because if they go behind now, if Medina scores, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to come.
No, they'll be under pressure.
Yeah, definitely. They will want to come out, and that's going to be perilous for them, because you can't leave those gaps behind for a team that has such quality up front in Medina.
Indeed. That is a foul. He landed on Mustafa's leg. Now comes Soresella. Down to Ablai Job. Was closed down well by Yusufa Chati. Mustafa Jaju is still down. Now trading in the pass to Adam Majata. Lanejara picking up the loose ball. Abla Job coming in to help in the defensive cover. Mustafa
This is he on the other side?
Mustafa Jaju is still down.
This is very far from
The action, yeah.
eh?
Stop.
Mustafa Jaju looks to be nursing an almighty pain.
Stop. See that? They buy Usman Yang. That they daw ci bitit. Am ko bay football. Ko pass ba Real Madrid. Dan de best team bu bon mu dor len. Abadin dafa win Celtic final. Yow dedet dama la woma la lol de. Woma la ñu ñëbé dama la né da ligi.
Mustafa Jaju doesn't look okay.
Yang melni do football.
What a miss that would be if we were to make way.
Analyzing basket.
Mohamed Jaju Sonko Jaju all the way to Soresilla. Oh, that's a bad job. Switching play to Nyang. That was a good one. That was there heading it out to Mohamed Javi. And Abdullah Job picking up the loose ball again. Good one, Nyang. But Hadimga was there to clear his line. Out for a Serekunda FC throw. Sonko behind that ball. Taking it quickly to Abdullah Job. Job going all the way back to Maget Seka in that minder. As we cross down well by Mustafa Jaju. Maget going long to Edward Mendy. That was a heavy one from Maget Seka. And Edward was unable to keep that ball in play. Lanenja test quickly to Lamin Cisse. Cisse going down to Omar Keita. Keita was going long, looking for the run of Modu Sajo, who chased it down admirably well. Down to Chati Yusufa, touching it down to London Jata. Jata back to Chati. Was trying to make that tight space turn. Jata leaving it for Lamin Cisse. Was looking to go long. Edward Mendy feel that Modu Sajo was in an offside position. The ball never reached him anyway. Job. And to Sekou Mane. Abdullah Job was on the bench in the first leg, had to come in late. Sonko trading in a pass to the darting Ensa Sanyang. First to face with Abdullah Conte. Sanyang was going for goal, but his near post attempt went wide, and that's a Medina United goal kick. So to take that ball will be Abdullah Conte, who would give it to Omar Keita. Keita going long to the run of Mohamed Jabi. Modo to go in. Shati controls it down well. The jing passes marker. The pass to Hadimga was not the best. Abdullah Conte backpedal with Ensa Sanyang. Ensa face to face with Abdullah Conte. Wonderful tackle there from Conte. Usman Nyang was there. Hadimga coming back to help on the defensive cover. And there's a free kick. Abdullah Conte. It's a wonderful centre back. Conte is a no-nonsense centre back. You don't get past Abdullah Conte like that. Not the Abdullah we know, who was in the lips of many European giants. But those are all behind the scenes. Long one, out for a throw. Edward Mendy. Going long to Bilal. That's a Medina United free kick in favor of Lamin Cisse. Cisse will take to now. Now going all the way to Abdullah Conte. Conte back to now. Board left-footed centre half. To Lamin Cisse. Omar Keita. Keita is going long. Not the best of passes from Omar Keita. Hard for a Serekunda FC throw. Now comes a black job. Modus Sajo. Down to going all the way to London Jata. Jata down to Lyman Cisse. Cisse looking for Dow. Now to Conte. Conte to Mustafa Jaju. Jaju tried to thread in the pass. That's a free kick in favor of Adam Jata, in favor of Medina.
Some of them since last year, and I'm doing a sort of business.
Adam Jata going long to Mohamed Jabi. He's down now. The ball was cleared out for a throw. Mohamed Jabi is down, but okay to continue. Sergio with a wonderful turn, but he was closed down there by heavy traffic. Try to win the ball back and reach a free kick for Medina United. That will be a Medina United free kick. It's a Serekunda's half to be taken by Mustafa Jaju to jing one into the penalty area. Jaju takes, delivers, long one to where Lamin Cisse was. Now tried getting it back to Cisse, but he was in an offside position. Lamin failed to attack that ball. He could have. An inch jump or an inch extension on the air would have made that ball well. Sekumane to Osman Nyang. And tried to thread in a pass to Abla Job. Lost that ball to Modu Sajo. Modu now coming into attack. Back to Chata. All the way down to Hadim Gum. Gum controls. Delivers one into the penalty area. Adam Jata picking up that loose ball. All the way down to Lamin Cisse. That's more like it now for the Medina faithful. Back to Ndao. Ndao spreading play to Hadim Gum. Who try to control, does well down to Chati. Chati with a good turn to Mustafa Jaju. Was closed down well, telling in a pass to Mohamed Jabi. Who tried to run into the penalty area. And that's a free kick in a very good position. Miles going down to Selu Jalo. By now, most Medina supporters would have been celebrating in reminiscence of the Wabanjul Belta. In a good position though. He just have 12 goal contribution. As person in the media, he's currently in trials in Turkey with Istanbul Başakşehir. As it has been already posted. Medina would have loved to leave it behind the scenes, but already up in the air for the world to see. But Selim will be watching this free kick with utter keen interest. Medina having some key absentees. No Marbaji, no Selu Jalo, no Dominic Boas is also going through a bit of a knee discomfort. So behind that ball is Chati, a wonderful left-footed player too. Medina's barrier in front of Serekunda's looks to be taller. It really does look to be. Now in there is game over. Had him come to behind the ball. He's interested, but we all know this will be taken by Chati. With 10 minutes of normal time to go. A free kick at the edge of the box. Hardy man Chati behind the ball. Chati to take. That wasn't far away. He saw a space into the bottom right corner, but his free kick went inches wide. That's good technique.
Well, that was well placed, well taken, and it went agonizingly, across the face of goal. But that should have been in the back of the net, and it would have definitely been one of the best free kicks this season. Yeah, that was beautiful from Chati. So, like I said, he is in a league of his own, definitely, Chati.
Indeed, definitely. And here comes the free kick. Mustafa Jaju. Just two behind. That's not safe. Okay, Mustafa will stay after kicking this one. Mustafa Jaju, that was not the best of balls. Referee disagreed with that. Lamin sees a cry. So for us, fine. I thought the foul should have been taken back, but I saw something different. Sisse is still down. Losing two of Foster centre backs in the first period. It's not the best of either situation. Fingers crossed, Lamy will be able to continue. He did receive a heavy hit in the Suokono encounter. I mean, this is not looking good now. It's definitely not looking good. I mean, making it would mean two left-footed centre half in Medina's back line. It's not the ideal situation. It's definitely not. Uwe Aljet is on the bench too. Lamin is stepping out, but hopefully he'll be okay to continue. Another defender can't be base. Definitely can be. Behind that ball is Maget Seka for Serekunda FC. One of the most boring first half in this year's second division as far as Medina's games are concerned. Edward Mendy tried keeping that in play. There was more of a coming together from Mohamed Jabi and Edward Mendy. Free kick in favor of Edward. Mohamed to nursing a bit of pain. Mohamed is okay to continue. Edward still receiving treatment. And that's where it looked to be. So free kick to be taken by Pastor Silla all the way down to Mohamed Jaju. Jaju to Magat Seka. Seka goes to Sekou Mane, who launches it long to Bilal. Lamin Sisa was there. Heading it out to Mohamed Jabi. Was in an offside position for a Serekunda FC free kick. They have good quality, Serekunda FC. I wonder why they are in the position they are in the league table.
Yeah, some of those things will have to do with the team still growing. They are still growing. You can see the quality individually, but they are still growing as a team. So it will take them maybe a season or two for them to be able to be a team that can compete.
Definitely. Sekou Mane heading it back to Magat Seka. And is that this approach to a contributing factor? More of enjoying the ball than playing business?
Yeah, I don't think they are just enjoying the ball. They can't help it. That's how they play. That's their team character. They can't help it. If they want to change, too much of how they are made or what they are capable of doing, it's going to be a big problem for them, because Medina is not a team you can bully around with any kind of game approach. So I think they are managing. They are really managing the game as well as possible, and you can see it's working for them. But I'm just saying, until when? So for how long?
For how long is a big question. So behind that ball is Lamin Sisay. All the way down to Omar Keita. It are going on to Mohamed Jabi. Will try to control. Wins a free kick to be taken by Yusufa Chati. We're leaving it for Mustafa Jaju. As we have less than 2 minutes of normal time to go in the first period.
One, come up.
Mustafa Jaju delivers to where Adam Ajata was. But Mustafa Jaju with a wonderful tackle. Oh, that's free kick against Mustafa Jaju. Mustafa feels that was more on the ball. Pies for the seal lays down. Nothing a bit of pain. Was that a foul?
Yeah, I will disagree 100%. That was 100% ball. That was 100% ball. The player felt the impact, and to the referee, that's how he interpreted the law or the foul, because he's the referee. He interprets the laws, so that's up to him. That is his call. But based on what we know, the law to the letter, this one is 100% ball, and Mustafa's feet were not even raised; they were just below the ankle, so that couldn't be a foul. So, but that's up to the referee. He is the man in charge.
Indeed. So that will be 2 minutes to be added on. But Password Silla 2 still down. Confirmed. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Paul looked to be on an almighty pen. A minute of the 2 added has already been played, almost. So behind that ball is Mohamed Jaju to restart play for Serekunda FC. So the Silla This elbow will be okay to continue. As they have 2 players warming up. Jaju. Launch one into the Medina's penalty area. Dow jumps, heading it out. All the way down to Osman Yang. Down to Jing passes marker. Down to Sonko. Sonko to Yang. Found to the deep left. To pass for the seller. First to first with London Chata. Adama Chata with a wonderful tackle. And Jaju winning it back again. Yes, pass for the seller this time too. Free kick in a good position for Serekunda FC. Apply job and pass for the Silla. Good takers. Behind the ball is Job and Silla for Serekunda FC. And a strong barrier. Now is in there. So to Mohamed Jabi, Modi Sajo, and Adama Jata. Tall, lanky barrier. Marqueta arranging his barrier well. The whistle from the central referee is gone. Abla Job to take this one. Into the face of Lamesis and does the half-time whistle. Not the best of first half by any means. Medina have had better chances. Serekunda FC had Lions have the position, but after 45 minutes of football, half-time, Medina United 0, Serekunda FC 0. A game of immense calm as far as the first 45 was concerned. Serekunda FC were probing, finding spaces. Medina on the other hand were just sitting deep, sitting behind the ball, ensuring that they weren't break down by the faithfuls of Serekunda FC, who are currently 15 on the table. Medina on the other hand second, 20 points in between these two sides, 30 and 50. A win for Medina would mean closing the gap to the top. Well, it is an important, difficult 45 minutes to go for any of these two sides to find the winner as far as the first half is concerned. Medina would, of course, as Gaffa Ali Jain, will be looking forward to breaking the lines, so breaking the deadlock in the early parts of the second period. Would they be able to remain the big question? But one thing for sure, it's an important 45 minutes. A win to Medina today would mean going all the way to 8 points ahead of their closest rivals in Samga, who are currently third on the table. Sang, what do you want to see? What can Medina do to get it right?
I think we just have to be ourselves, and we just also have to be very careful and continue piling the pressure on Serekunda. Just play at our strength and try to make sure that we manage the game and get the 3 points. Even if we do not score 2 goals, a goal is equivalent to 3 points if there is no equalizer. So let's just score and manage the rest of the game.
Just scoring is the objective. It's easier said than done, do Sang, but you all know it will be important. Mohamed Jabi would miss the next Medina game following 3 red cards in 3 games, and Medina's next game is against Balowo Sara, the Birkama Boxbar Mini Stadium, on Thursday the 5th of June, on the eve of the Eid. Well, that could be, or there might be a fixture change, because I wonder when last a team played on the eve of Eid. Yep. Ablai Job, down to Sanko, all the way to Osman Yang. Yang on the deep left of the field. To Elsa Sanyang, back to Osman Yang. Mustafa Jaji was there. Yang does well to jink past the pressure. And now is there. Sealed that ball well down to Abdullah Conte, who's doing well too in shielding that ball there. The ball was won back by Serekunda FC. This time Abdullah Conte clearing his line. And Sasana couldn't keep that in play. Had him come down for Medina, going all the way down to Mohamed Jabi, who does well to control, but the ball touches hand. Out for Serekunda FC free kick. Mohamed Jabi will miss the next game, following 3 bookings in 3 games. Now, down to Chati Yusufa. All the way to Mustafa Jajo. Back to Chati. Chati running into space. Modu Sadio giving him that option. Chati doing a pass, but Mohamed Jaji does well to have the touch. And that was a nonsense clearance there by Mohamed Janko, who worked it out for a Medina United corner. For what is Medina's first break in the second period. Corner for Medina to be taken by Hadim Gob. Gom to take. Serekunda FC have 3 players warming up. Central referee asked player to be taken. Nyang was at the near post headed out following a poor Hadim Gom's corner. And Sasanyang saved Medina United free kick in favor of Mustafa Jaju, following a heavy tuck by Sasanyang, the number 20 for Serekunda FC. Behind that ball for Medina is Mustafa Jaju. To launch one into the penalty area, or Chati will be taking that ball. Left-footed attacking midfielder Inisufa Chati, signed from Falcons in the second round with 2 goals and 3 assists to his name, one of which coming in the last game against Uni Global for what was a belting delivery. Chati this time low, not the best of deliveries from Chati, and that will be another Medina United throw, who are starting the second half much brightly than they were in the first period. The backline coming back into shape under the guidance of now the tall lanky centre half, as is flanked by Abdullah Conte and Lamin Sise. Adam Ajata and Mustafa Jajo in the DM role, will Chati just in front of them. Ngom and Jata on the wing backs, with Sajo and Jabi in the attacking third. Ngom down to Mustafa Jaju, all the way trying to jump past his marker, but the ball was won cleanly there by Sanko. Adam Ajata is there, landing Jata coming back, but too heavy for Jata to connect, and Edward Mendy ensured that he has a throw. Mendy down the pass for the Silla, all the way down to Ablai Job for Serekunda. Job switching play to Ensa Sanyang. That was a good pass again from Ablai Job, a good switch of football. Ensa Sanyang at the edge of the box, looking to go for goal. Abdullah Conte was there. And the ball from Mustafa Jaji to the central referee for what will be an advantage Medina. That was there. Mustafa Jaju, that's a free kick in favor of Serekunda FC. Free kick for Serekunda. To be taken by Nyang. All the way down to Sanyang. Back to Nyang, who was trying the pass to Bilal. The ball is still in Medina's territory. Edward Mendy wants it and gets it on the deep level of the field. First Willa then Jata. Pass to the Silla wanted the return ball. And Adam Majatas worked the ball into the face of pass to the Silla. He doesn't need the presence of the fishes. And that will be a goal kick. Oh, advantage Medina. The Fishers have already entered the fray. That means the ball will be left long for Omar Keita. So Keita would gather. As Lamin Sisa alongside Modus Ali in the attacking third. So to Mohamed Jabi. Jabi is there. Great defensive header there by Mane. Sekou Mane. In the middle. Down to Sidat Sonko. Sonko to Ensar Sanyang. Face to face with Abdullah Conte. Conte wins that battle again. Now, all the way to Yusufa Chati. Had him go making the run. Just go ahead against you the global last Friday. All the way down to Mustafa Jaji to the box. Who tried lifting long to Morisajo, but the pass from Mustafa Jaji was heavy. And Maga Seka was equal to it. Pass on Silla. First to first with London Jata. Bilal Jaji was making the run. Umar Keda coming off his line. And Mustafa has a super keeper there. Mendy touching it back to Ablai Job. Job twisting and turning. Switching play on the deep left to Nyang. But Hadim Go was there. Contemplated for a minute. And Abdullah Conte, that's a free kick. Against Abdullah Conte in favor of Ensar Sanyang. For what is a hefty battle in this game. But Ensar did have his first victory in the afternoon as far as that battle on the left channel is concerned. Job takes it quickly. Not the best of deliveries. Landing Jara was there. Edward Mendy picking up the loose ball. Pass to the Silla giving him options. Edward Mendy was going for goal. That will not trouble the under 20 nominee in Omar Keita. Medina's keeper. One of the best in the land as far as the division is concerned. Keita goes to Lamin Sise. Back to Omar Keita. They are brothers in Lamin Sise and Omar Keita. Brothers of the same mother. As far as my research is concerned. Mohamed Jabi. Jabi. And then Jada was making the run. Jabi still trying to get past his mark. All the way down to Mustafa Jaju. Who trying to have a silky touch to Yusufa Chati, but his touch wasn't the best. And Nyang recovers position for Serekunda FC. That's a Medina United draw to be taken by the calm and composed Abdullah Conte. Conte going long to Mohamed Jabi, all the way down to Yusufa Chati, who's having his stellar performance in the early Medina days. Chati was started trading a pass to Landon Jata, not the best of passes from Chati. Landon Jata now recovering. And pass on the shoulder, receive the ball from Ablai Job. Silla, back to Joe Ablai, who scored a belter on this ground a few weeks ago. Joe switching play to Ensar Sanyang, but Ensar couldn't hold on to that. Ablai Job, what a good football switcher, a wonderful player. In the first leg, he was on the bench. He came in with less than 10 minutes to go when the game was beyond the reach of Serekunda FC. But today, though, he's rolling the show for Serekunda FC in Ablai Job. It's a throw for Serekunda to be taken by Osman Yang. Sidat Sonko down to Ensar Sanyang, all the way back to Sidat. Now remove his hand for what was a heavy push, and that will be a Serekunda FC free kick. So behind that ball is Ablai Job.
Special team train. Striker must only train 1 month. So what time goal kaya?
Ablai Job behind that ball. Job to Tex. Morisado was at the near post. Mustafa Jaju is there. Mohamed Jabi making the run. That pass from Mustafa Jaju too wasn't the best. And the Serekunda FC pick up that ball. Edward now was there clearing his line. Sang, that is the tempo now you will love to see. Ablai Job. Chati winning it back. All the way down to Hadim Gom. Dafa Alija Yela Dema the half time period, and you got to find that goal. You can hold out in the play their way. Chati, free kick for Medina. Medina lifting the tempo of the game in the best way possible. No longer sitting back. They want you to be an end-to-end contest now. Jaju to take the resulting free kick. Abdullah Conte running into the opponent penalty area. So to Hadim Gamal, Lamin Sise and Abdao. All of the tall, lanky, three centre backs. Jaju will be taking that ball. Adam Ajata two at the far post. Mohamed Jabi at the far post. Against a one-man barrier in Sanyang. So Jaju will take that ball. Waiting for the whistle of the center of the referee. Moru Sajo at the edge of the box. Ndao in the center. Lamina in the post. So too Hadim Gom. The whistle from the referee is gone. To take is Mustafa Jaju. He was going for goal. But Market Seka got it with Poish. Pass on the Silla wanted the Anali pass. But Margaret goes to Mohamed Jaju. All the way down to Ablaye Job. Pass on the Silla giving him that option. So to Bilal Jaju. Ablaye Job. Telling in a pass. Abdullah Conte read that absolutely well. And Alam Ajada clears. Down to Modu Sajo. Who tried to control. Control he did. And Serekunda FC pick up that ball. Landon Jata is there. Failed to control. Pass on the Silla pick up that ball. Try to trade in the pass to. But Abdullah Conte and Omar Keita was watchful of the action there. And that's out for a Medina United goal kick. Good tempo in the second period.
Yeah, that's a good tempo. I think the two teams are trying to up their game now because this is a period of no mistake. If you happen to go down now, it's going to be a very, very difficult task to find your way back up. So I think Medina is trying to push as as much as possible to be able to find that first goal. And I think this is always our problem. When we find the first goal, goals keep coming. So we just have to find the first goal.
Indeed, finding the first goal is important. Fishes are called upon. That was a mistake from Abdullah Conte. The referee visits his pocket, and there will be a yellow card against Abdullah Conte. They received a booking against Unique Global last week to Abdullah Conte. So Conte will be taking that ball for Medina. Freak against territory. Conte delivers. Was looking for the runoff, but Mane was there. Had him got failed to control. Abla Joe picking up that ball. Pass for the Silla making that run. Silla wants it and Silla gets it. Edward Mendy giving him option. Silla to Edward Mendy. Delivers. Abdullah Conte was there again. Jumping is Lamin Sise. Picking up that ball is Abla Job again. All the way down to his number 18 in Janko. Janko down to Nyang. Lamin Sise clearing his line. Modu Sajo picking up that ball. Down to Yusuf Achati. All the way down to Mohamed Jabi. And Shanko is down. Nothing said the center referee. Mendy down to Abla Job. Was started trailing the pass. But Landon Jara picking up that ball all the way to Modu Sajo. Mohamed Jadio. Modu Sajo still standing firm. Chati is there. Trying to turn. Good turn from Chati. Switching play to Hadim Gom. Good pass. Hadim Gom will definitely pick up that ball. He does. He does, Hadim. Delivery with his weaker foot. Not the best of deliveries. And Ensa Sanyang will pick up that ball for Serekunda FC. Sako to Job. Job to Edward Mendy. All the way to pass for the Silla. Back to Abla Job. Silla. Mohamed Jabi picking up that ball. Abla Joe with a heavy tackle for a Medina United throw to be taken by Landing Jata. Jata going all the way to Mohamed Jabi, who left that ball roll. And the best of decisions from Mohamed Jabi there. Pick the ball first before you could take one next to the O. But life goes on. Magaseka. Mane to Nyang. Nyang to Sidar Sonko. Sonko to Janko. Mohamed M. Janko. Janko to Abla Job. Job looking for the run of pass and Bilal Jaju. The pass was for Bilal, but Lamin Sise was there. Sise got it well. A good reader of the back line. A black contest pass was not the best, but Adam Ajata was there. Chati picking up that ball, switching play to Hadim Gom, who was again rolling into space. First to face with Usman Yang, rolling into the penalty area. Hadim twisting and turning, going for goal. The net mile apart is around, and Edward Mendy will clear. Medina probing, creating chances. Hadim Gom forcing that mile to a wonderful save, and Edward was there to complete the clearance. Sang, that's more like it now.
That's definitely more like it. I think we just have to have more of that, and hopefully we're gonna find the back of the net. So I think the striker went a bit early. That's why when the goalkeeper did that wonderful save, the ball dropped behind him. But that would have been a very, very perfect finish, a rebound. Yeah, but I think that is a good sign. But we just have to be patient, especially in front of goal, and make the best decisions and convert the chances.
Indeed. Indeed. Abla Conte is okay. Now, down to Lyman Cisse. Cisse back to now. Abdullah Conte on the tip left. Conte to Lyman Cisse. Is Abdullah Conte playing left full back now? Sang? Back to back for Sip?
No, he's playing like the third defender on the left of the back three.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the third defender.
He's giving Hadim Gom the license.
Yeah, he's giving him the extra latitude
I saw
for
him
him.
calling Hadim Gom on so many occasions come down.
Yeah.
But he's no longer doing that.
Yeah,
Hadim is more focused in attacking now than defending.
Yeah, so you can see that Chati and Jaju are sliding that side whenever Hadim goes up. So one of them slides that side. Okay. So and Adama also is not very deep. So there's a cover there. You can have Adama and you can have Conte. That's a very good defense.
Yeah. Everyone in Serekunda's FC have now, except Medina's goalie Omar Keita. Behind the ball is Yusufa Chati. Now it's in there. So to Mohamed Jabi. Chati delivers. That was a good one. Mohamed at the far post. Brought down out for a corner. That doesn't look to be a foul. Mohamed Jabi ought to have done better. And for a Medina United corner, Serekunda FC supporters are asking for tempo now. It's about who needs it more now, not who wants it more. It's no longer about flyer. It's about a team chasing the title, a team chasing glory, a team chasing promotion to the Gambia's top tier. You can't let a team on such a table probing the entire game. At some point the tempo must be lifted up. That's what Medina are doing now. Here comes the corner. To take that ball is Yusufa Chati. To whip one in front will be an in-swinger. Out to the far post. Lamed Cisse was there. But that was a great defensive clearance by Mane. Pass to the center with Hadim Gom. The ball touches hand, but too close to the body as per the central referee. Adama Jata winning that ball back. Wins a free kick for Medina. Against Bilal Jaji for Serekunda. Jata takes it to now. Now to Abdullah Conte. Conte has Mustafa Jaju and Hadim Gom alongside, all the way back to now. Serekunda FC look to be preparing substitution as two of the players warming up are called upon now. That was not the best of all from Cisse. And Cisse will let it roll out for a throw. Serekunda preparing double substitution. For a minute we'll confirm. Coming in is Emmanuel Ifani, the 25. He also came in the first leg in the second half. Cisse. Back to Keita. Bilal Jaju trying to close him down. Omar Keita would go along. Keita. Serekunda FC with all the dominance. I couldn't remember their clean chance in this game.
Yeah, I've not seen them clear on goal. All the chances fell to Medina, but the problem is today we were not that clinical in front of goal, and that's the reason why we are still 0 apiece.
Indeed. And Sasanyang trying to jink past his marker. Abdullah Conde trying to close him down. Free kick in favor of Serekunda FC, in favor of Ensa Sanyang. So Emmanuel Ifani coming in for Serekunda FC. Double substitute anyway. Behind the ball is pass for the Silla. Abla job to Ace. Abla job makes football look easy. Here he comes. Job. Time to turn to pass for the Silla. Silla twisting and turning. Tala in the pass. Aramajada had that touch. Abdullah Conte will clear. Hadim will complete it. And he stretches out for a draw for Serekunda FC. Double substitution they're preparing Serekunda. The midfield in Janko and Sida Sonko hasn't been the best in the second period. They are closed down by Mustafa Jajuel. Good pass. So Modu Sajo was more wary of offside than going for goal. Bilal Jaju. Mr. First with Lamin Sisse. Once again down. Now he's there. And the Jara does well to keep it in play. And this is a clear his line. So Bilal is making way. To Emmanuel Ifani. I'm assisting into the booking of the central referee. Is it Pastor Silla down? Does it look good? So Emmanuel is in the striking department, making ways. Bilal Jaju. One more sub to go. So making ways past the Silla too. Pastor Silla is out, Sang. And coming in is the number 30 in Ibrahim Abaji. Here comes Jaju. Delivers one in. Omar Keita hesitated a little bit, but did have a good save. Keita is down. Double substitute. Two attacking players off strike and a winger. Emmanuel and Ibrahim Abaji are the one brought in. Abaji on the wing, Emmanuel on the striking department. We have 23 minutes in the second period played. Time is definitely taken fast. Market is okay to continue. Keita was brought down by Emmanuel Ifani.
It's part of the game.
This one is risky, huh?
Yeah, but it's part of the game. You see it even with top goalkeepers in the world in top leagues. So he's a footballer. He should be confident enough to be able to do what he wants to do. Sometimes things can go wrong in any department of the field, but it's part of the game. You just have to make a decision. You have to be brave. You have to be fully responsible of what you are doing. And I think confidence at the end of the day is the key word here. So he was confident. He knows exactly what he was doing. He beat the striker. The striker, just got his legs, and that's a foul.
He does a foul.
Wow.
Chatilu goes to Hadim Gom. Sekomane lose that to Hadim. Bringing down Hadim at the edge of the box. That's a yellow card against Sekomane. And Hadim Gom did a wonderful job there. So free kick. And behind the ball is Mustafa Jaju. Jaju could go for goal there. And Chatitu behind that ball. Medina having so many bodies in the penalty area. Here comes the free kick. Jaju will take against a strong three-man barrier for Serekunda FC. Medina having tall, lanky players in the penalty area. Modusaje making way. Jaju Mustafa now had a touch. Mohamed Jabi is still on the ball. Mohamed Jabi does well to get past the pressure. He still went back to that. Jabi does well. Still getting past his marker and wins a corner against Edward Mendy. Here comes the corner. To be taken by Yusufa Chati again for what will be an in-swinger. Medina have been the brother side in the second half. By far. Serekunda FC are now pinned back. Chati delivers. A good one. And that was a strong defensive header by Sekou Mane. Mohamed Jabi too again under the far post. He doesn't seem to be a player who wants to attack corners or dead balls. He's usually on the edge or on the far post. Is he not a good header of a football?
I think with his height, I think the coaches will have to work on him because he should be in the box. Because he being in the box is just going to be a big problem for. It's a nightmare. It's a homework for the defenders. They will not delegate one player on him. So him being in the box is more of an advantage than him being outside. He's not a short player, so he's tall. He has the physique, so he should be in the box.
He should be in the box, definitely. Yeah? Here comes the counter, and Janko is there. All the way down to Mane. Mane to Maget Seka, who walks it out over the perimeter fence. Mendy. Dr. Job. All the way down. Modusaje is there. Bonyang clears, and Mendy could not keep that in play. Lenny Jare picking up that loose ball. Jata down to Lamin Cisse. Cisse to Ndao. Ndao has Abdullah Conte alongside, trading in the pass to Mustafa Jaju. who's touching it down to Modu Sajo, down to Yusufa Chatu, lifted long to Modu Sajo. Modu Sajo, that's a free kick. Warming up, Bobamane, Umar Bojang, Mola Medabo, all warming up. Messi letting the roll for Marqueta. With 15 minutes of normal time to go. She's going long. Mohamed Job. With Mohamed Jaju. Job brought down. Wow. Serekunda are using a tempo killer method now. Yeah? Wow. Are they favoring them? Huh? Okay. Adam Gom delivers. Ball clear out for a corner. To be taken by Mustafa Jaju. Jaju to deliver. One into the penalty area. Sends it long. And Alamajara did find the back of the net, but it wouldn't count. As he feels there was a bit of a heavy challenge. We did not mind that Medina's players. Now comes Seka. Messi jumps, heading it out. Mendy had a touch. So to Nyang. And back to Mohamed Janko. Shafachati is there. And that's a free kick in favor of Janko. Mohamed M. With 32 minutes on the clock in the second period. 30 minutes of normal time to go. Coming in is Mola Mendabo. Abdullah Conte brought down. That's a Medina United free kick. Dabo and Umar Bojan preparing to come in. With Dabo be coming in place of Hadim Gom on the left wing channel. And perhaps Bojang for Modu Sajo. Let's see. Chati. Gom jumps. That will be another Medina United throw to be taken by Abdullah Conte. Conte. Back to Ensa Sanyang. All the way to Abla Job. Janko switching play. Now is there. Heading it back to Omar Keita. The two physical players in Emmanuel and now. But now won that battle. Mane. Aramajata is there. Janko. Hadim Gom jumps. Emmanuel Willamin Sise. Now touching it back to Omar Keita, who clears his line. All the way to Modu Sajo. Mane is there. That's a throw. So two of the forward are making way. For Mohamed Jabi and Modu Sajo.
Fortuna TMT ñooy team. Waaw booy dama la boo jëkkee jox ma sa bu ñëw jox ko xaaji sa di jooy. Dama réew di ram
Serekunda have another substitute with 16 coming in. 16 and 21 and 32. So Benjamin Sambu and Alpha Baba Toure are in. Mejaji wins that ball back for Serekunda FC. Taking it down to Maget Seka. Medina have two new bodies in the attacking third. The pass thread in. All the way down to Nyang. Nyang to Emmanuel Afani. Emmanuel getting it down. That's a Medina United throw. Chatty with a wonderful job there. So to take that is Abdullah Conte. All the way to Molamin Dabo. Abdullah Job getting the ball back to Mohamed Jaju. Jaju shooting play to Edward Mendy. Mendy threading in the pass to Abdullah Job. And then Jata. The wonderful tackle. Landing is difficult to get past. Janko. Now heading it out to Chati. Chati tried to get past his marker. And Alpha Baba Toure was there. And Majara scanning the attacking third. Now sends it long. Chati was there. All the way back to Maget Seka. Seka goes long. Adam Machata was there, so to Abdullah Conte. That's a Medina United free kick. Sang with less than 9 minutes of normal time to go.
Yeah, I think this is going to be, if it stays like this is going to be one of the worst game we have seen. Very boring, lack of hunger. You know, we are not clinical in front of goal. I think it's just flat, definitely, and we just have to work something out in these remaining minutes.
Ben leer na la ne soo paree play yaa tax a kii play ben yóbbul kii ardo waay
Mustako Mane going to Nyang Osman Nyang going to Abdullah Joba. That was there who cleared his line. Mustafa Jaju tried to jump, and that's out for a goal kick. Keita. Keita going long. Hadunga was locking. Omar Bojang had a wonderful touch. He's a very good aerially, but it's having its effect now. Hadunga's ball in the penalty area was not the best. Abdullah Kone touching it down to Adam Ajata. Emmanuel. He's a very physical player. Emmanuel. On the way down to Alpha Baba Toure. We couldn't have a toy there. Abdullah Conte. Oh, to go back. He takes to Yusufa Chati, who had a wonderful touch. Tries switching play. But the netminder was there. Siduketa also is preparing to come in. Mr. Gazamatu coming in. What will be his first start in Medina Scholars? Oh. She say cover the backline well. Janko on the way down to the left of Baji. Now he's there. Had a good touch. Adama Jata down to Abdullah Conte. Conte to Hadim Gum. The ball was won almost instantly. Baji sends it long. That was not the best of deliveries from Baji. And out for a Medina United goal kick with exactly 5 minutes on the clock to go. Just 5. Coming in the city Keita. Bojang. Adam Go was running into the penalty area. Ball says the central referee. And picking up that ball. He started to in Alpha Baba Toure. Now closing down Emmanuel. Abla Job was running into space. Preparing himself for a drive. Nothing said the central referee. Mustafa Jaji touching it down to Hadim Gom. Gom tried to jink past his marker. Omar Bojang brought down. Mustafa Jaji trading in the pass to Lamin Dabo. We will do well to keep it in play. Dabo tried to jink past his marker. Oh, too many turns from Lamin Dabo there. And that resulted to a throw in with exactly 4 minutes to go. Double substitution being prepared in. So Adam will be taking that ball. Mustafa Jaji will be making way for Sidi Keita. And Yusufa Chati in for, out for Gazama. Wow. Let's see what Gafa Alujani hopes to do. With just 3 minutes of normal time to go. Hadim gone back to Abdullah Conte. All the way back to Ngom Hadim. Down to Musidi Keita for his first touch. Keita switching play down the left. Everyone Mendy heading it out. Gazama picking up that ball. But cleared out fully by Janko. Sisei heading it back to Lamin Dabo. About Omar Bojang. Adama Jata will pick up that ball. Down to landing Jata, who sends it long to the far post. Sekou Mane heading it out. Musidi Keita. Adama Jata was going for goal. But that went wide. Gazama tried to have a touch. That one Mendy. Sise is there. And the touch. Alpha Serekunda throw. You make on the substitution?
Yeah, I think I'm not very much convinced with the substitution. But anyway, I think removing Jaju would have been fine, but you have to leave Chate because he's one of our best players. Chate alone is a threat for Serekundas, and he's a player who can make the difference at any minute. So at this stage of the game, you need players who can make the difference at any minute. So, but anyway, it's up to him. He knows what he's doing, and we have to respect that.
Definitely. Perhaps he's taking the gamble now in this final parts, because already the backline is settled. Scoring Medina is near impossible at the moment. So it's a matter of how to find the back of the net, and that would mean sometimes taking the gamble. Perhaps that's what Gafalo Jan is opting to do. Keita, 3 minutes? Wow, just 3? Adungam is there. Backline clearing his line. See the Keita picking up that ball again. The ball clear out. Majata. Oh, pass was brought down for a Medina United free kick. Keita to Hadim Gom. Going to Motlamin Dabo. Dabo will deliver. Omar Bojang is there. And that was a good one. Keita picking up the ball again. Back to Adam Majata, who tried to go into the penalty area. That's another free kick for Serekunda in their own half. As there will be 3 minutes to be added on. Just 3. That was a good chance for Omar Bojang. Up to go for the back hill. Nearly caught Maget Seka off guard. But Seka was equal to it. Maget is now wasting time. Serekunda pin back, apply job. Medina won the ball back almost instantly. Landing Jara down to CD Keita, who has done admirably well since he came on in CD Keita. Switching play, oh, that pass to Hadim Gong was heavy. And they're in contact with me in the share of the spoils. And just 6 ahead of Samga, who dropped points yesterday. Behind that ball though is Nyang. Medina's next game is against Balo Osara at the Birkama Box Mini Stadium on Thursday, the 5th of June. Conte. To Jata, to CD Keita, who is switching play to landing Jata. Edouard Mendy was backpedaling. Mohamed Jaji clearing it out. Play job wins that header. Down in the middle. And then Jata trying to cut him. Should have been. Messi clear his line over the perimeter fence. Emmanuel control to Ablajo. Back to Emmanuel. Sorry, bro. With less than 20 seconds of time to go. Wow. For what could be the final real push in this game? Boring game. An absolute boring game. One of the most boring this season. Medina did have so many chances though. Abdullah Job delivers. Abdullah Conte clears. Molamin double control. Down to Abbas. Full time. A game of no fly and fun. And in the NSC of the spoils. Full time. Medina United nil. Serekunda FC nil.